Liz. Liz is short for Elizabeth, was an enslaved woman who has served as an informant for the revolutionaries. Her position within households made her presence appear ordinary, even invisible to those in power. Enslaved people could overhear conversations, move between spaces, and relay intelligence without arousing suspicion. This portrait was commissioned by Liz's biographer, Claire. Crazy, right? She was working like a spy because they wasn't really looking at the enslaved people as being spies, bro. Look at this, bro. That's crazy. Another map of Queens Village. This is a map of Queens. Crazy. Let's go inside the big spot now. Look, City of Hope, 1783. The first emancipation in 1783, New York buzzed with the tense hearings known as the Birch Trials, overseen by the British Brigadier General Samuel Birch. They decided the fate of thousands of people who had escaped enslavement and sought British protection during the war years. All right. The peace treaty negotiated by George Washington demanded the refugees be returned to slavery. But despite the empire's huge role in the African trade, the commander-in-chief, Sir Guy Carleton, refused, offering freedom to Black loyalists who could provide their wartime, improve their service in wartime. Right? Cool. Crazy, man. Look at this. Let's take it. Image of George Washington. This is a manumission of the slave. This is a register of the slaves. Right here, a register of the slaves. And this is a birth certificate of Hannah. That's a birth certificate right there. Look at this, guys. Okay, these are soldiers. Black soldiers were among those who served in the Continental War. And they served in the army, including these soldiers at the decisive Battle of Yorktown. Okay, cool. Trapped in slavery. This is Liz. We can hear Liz, y'all. Remember Liz, the woman I showed you in the image.
My name is Liz, short for Elizabeth, and my story is being told by Sanila Nankani. I am the same Liz who was part of the story of the spy ring in the middle of the war, when I was enslaved by Samuel Townsend, whose son Robert was a famous patriot spy. The twists and turns of the next war years were very difficult for me. I had to risk everything for a chance at freedom and depend on the promises of white people I met.
Wow. Crazy. Let's go here. This is the inspection roll book, a book of Negroes. This is the book of Negroes. It's crazy to see the history for ourselves, though, you know? Seeing the book of Negroes. The Birch hearings, conducted jointly by British and American commissioners, granted more than 3,000 formerly enslaved loyalists passage out of New York. The greatest number went to Nova Scotia. Others went to parts of Canada and to the Caribbean or to London. So people came from New York and they ended up there. We call them people tellers, people from right here, people slaves being shipped over there, granted freedom and left. He granted 3,000 people right there. You see what I'm saying? Just calling people something. People's from right here in New York. So imagine that. Got to do the history, y'all. Think about that. Let's go. Think about what I just read you. Look at Central Park, the map of Central Park. This is the plan for Central Park. This is how they planned it. See? This is the plan. They surveyed it. This is a topographical map of Central Park. This is the plan for New York City, how they made the grid system. When they created the grid system, this is how the plan was. I did a lot of research on the grid system and how they went about planning how New York City would look and how we have our streets from A, B, C, and all of the blocks. See the map? Now we're gonna walk through a little bit. I just want to show y'all. Look like a decoration. This is the Torah. This Torah scroll belonged to the German-born merchant and loyalist veteran Alexander Zuntz. He served as president of Israel. Look, Crazy. They have a Torah scroll. Wow. Torah scroll. That's crazy. Here we go. Images. Crazy. This is crazy, bro. I never seen nothing like this one. Straight. I've been to a lot of museums, bro. And I hope the internet don't act up with me. That's why I connected to their internet to make sure. Let me just wrap around. Let me wrap around so y'all can see. Look. The first president. There he goes. Look at a shoe. A watch. Looks like some eyeglasses. Right? And a lock of hair. A lock of George Washington's hair right there. That's his hair right there. This is Federal Hall. Look at the all-seeing eye. You know that they was Masons. This is an apron worn by George Washington. Remember, they would wear the apron with all the geometric symbols and everything. You know they were Masons, right? 33 degree. Cool. As long as you know that, I ain't missing nothing with you. Come, let's go by the table and see what's going on. And this is just one floor. I think I'm gonna come back and show y'all everything, so I don't gotta rush it, because it may close a little bit while later. This is a document. Freeman's Journal. This is a Freeman's Journal, the Anti-Federalist Freeman's Journal. This is a female federalism. Female federalism, Freeman's Journal. This is the Jones Declaration of Independence. The title page of the first edition of the Federalist Papers. Look up the Federalist Papers, and you'll know more about that. Well, let's spin through. We still got some time to see some more things. Damn, I hope somebody write in the chat and let me know if the internet has got us up out of here. I don't wanna end it. Let's go on the next side. Somebody write in the chat, let me know if we're still live, because the internet has been tweaking while we've been inside this building. Someone let me know if we're still live. If not, I have to restart the live. And I think that's what I'm going to do it. Better yet, I got my next phone in my pocket. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hold on. Let me try to sign in. Let me try to sign in.